So I wanted to clarify a little bit with maybe an example for the project. So notice here I have all of Athens counties right there. And notice you can see it is right here. So I want you to create a heat map with census data for all of Athens County. So how would you do that? Is where you're going to have to go into every small town and type Athens, Ohio, and see what comes up from the ACS survey. Remember the SCA survey, the link for that survey is part of the references that I'm including with the project. So you might type Chauncey, Ohio, and see how many how many households without cars are there. You might type Nelsonville, you might type the Plains, and so on. So all of the major towns in Athens County, so you can create that heat map. You're going to end up with a heat map that is very similar to the one from the Athens to the Buckeye Hills Regional Council report, the long-term planning report, transportation report, that is also listed as a reference. Please check page 18. That one's from 2015. You'll have more current data. Once you create a heat map might come up with lots of data and it might not. If it comes with nice data, then it will be easier for you to justify what you're going to do next. If it doesn't come with enough data, maybe you'll have to explain why you're going to do your next step, or how you're going to select your next step. But let's imagine that your data says that there are 0 car households in Albany, Ohio. So Albany is right here. So this is Athens University, Athens with Ohio University. I'm going to go down Route 50 here towards Cincinnati, and eventually I'm going to, there's the airport and there's Albany. Okay, there's Albany. Now, it's probably very easy for someone that without a car that lives in Albany to walk to the highway and maybe catch a bus. I know that there's a bus from Albany to Athens. It doesn't run that often, but you can check the route and how often it runs to understand how to create your answer. But that is not an interesting case. An interesting case is to turn on your satellite data or layer and maybe zoom in and start looking at cases. Let me make this a little bit transparent and start looking at cases. Maybe that will work. Yeah, you can see the roads down there. I start looking at cases where it will be hard to get to Athens City to work. So maybe you want to pick these houses here. Maybe you want to pick this house is here. Maybe you want to zoom out a little more. And maybe you want to pick from, it's not Albany, but it's close to Albany. So how about these people? These people that live right here. So what if you live there and you don't have a car? What do you have to do to get to work? How much do you have, for how long do you have to walk? Is it flat? Is there a hill? How long do I have to get to walk to get to a bus stop? Is there a bus stop? Do I have to walk on the highway? For how long do I have to walk on a highway? Maybe I have to walk on a highway just for a little bit. So that's what I'm interested in. I'm looking for cases that are complicated, like where people might have problems getting, without a car, getting to Athens City to work. Use your GIS tools. You can measure distance. You know how to plot elevation, so you understand how flat or not these are. You know how to plot, again, the bus routes. Put the bus routes. Look at the schedule, and tell me how you're gonna answer those questions. Where am I gonna measure if these people from any of these households are walking? Maybe I measure it here. Maybe I measure it close to the bus stop. Maybe I measure it close to the highway. So tell me where you're gonna measure, and how often and why. Maybe you want to pick not just a group of here in Albany, but you might just carry out the same analysis for someone close to Albany. How about these houses over here? How about these houses over here? How about Nelsonville? I'm not asking you to pick every single group of houses in the county, but to tell me what is the methodology that you use and what would be a good answer for a question from the county of how you could approach this project. Again, I'm not asking you to solve the issues here. Just asking you to tell me how you would determine where you're going to measure and answer your research questions.